Wapi tutamu ya Honorable Raila ODINGA Wapi tutamu ya Honorable Raila ODINGA Wapi tutamu ya Honorable Raila ODINGA.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your greatest support. Now, fellow Kenyans, I really don't know why this issue is itching a lot of people. I don't know why now everybody is coming to defend this thing, the issue of Raila ODINGA's illness and being admitted in hospital and all that, because several people have been talking about it. Oburu Odinga is talking about it right now. It has even forced the wife, that is Mama Ida Odinga, to come out to speak about it. Now, in this video, I want to read for you what Mama Ida Odinga said concerning the illness, you know, the people that were talking about Raila Odinga's sickness and all that. And also what Oburu Odinga said at the same time, what Raila himself said. But before we do that, let me just quickly remind you guys that if you are meeting for the first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can as well like, you can share, you can drop me your comment in the comment section telling me where you are watching this video from and how these videos are reaching you. If you're within the country, you can tell me which part of the country you are watching from, and if you're outside the country, you can as well tell me which country, or drop me the flag at the comment section so that I can figure it out by myself. And also guys, this one is just a humble request that I told you that I'm planning to buy studio equipments. I'm working on getting a camera, which I'm already in the process of getting. Actually, I have one, but I'm still working on how I can get another one though. But the problem now is the sound, the mics and all that. So that is what I'm working on, and I'm just requesting you as a Team Bonita that if you're in a position to help me, guys, I'll really appreciate whatever you have. I'll really appreciate it, whatever you have. It doesn't matter, you're 50 bob, 100 bob, I will just appreciate it so that I can add with what I have to make sure that we get a good sound, so that whenever we start a new thing, because I told you that my plan is to start a podcast, but starting a podcast, you really need a lot of things. I've been working on how I can get some. I've already gotten some of the things. So that is why at this point I say that, okay, let me also request you, if you're in a position to support me, you can as well do that, and I will really appreciate through this number. Now, let us get back into the discussion. Before I read for you what Mama Ida Odinga said, because she's the one that is going to give us. Her statement is what is now going to make us talk about this video. There is something that Oburu Odinga said, that is the brother-in-law of Mama Ida, that is Raila Odinga's elder brother. Oburu said this, that nimesikia matusi Gachagua ametusi Raila Odinga kwa ugonjwa. Nataka niambie Gachagua aombe Mungu sana afikishe ile miaka Raila ako nayo. Akifikisha hiyo miaka atajua hii mwili yetu sio machine, na huwezi fanya siasa na afya ya mtu mwingine. Why is it that these guys are blaming Rigathi Gachagua? Let me just start by asking that. Because I remember Rigathi Gachagua responded by saying that au sio bacteria, yeye na Kalonzo wanalaumiwa, mara mwingine sio bacteria, mwingine sio nini, just after they had been blamed of spreading rumors concerning Raila Odinga's illness. This is what Gachagua said.
Sasa nimeona jana hii watu ya ODM wakileta upuzi. Ati hiyo mzee yao ako na matatizo. Ati wanataka kuwekelea Kalonzo na mimi. Kalonzo ni bakteria? Yeye ni virus. Sasa maneno ya ugonjwa Kalonzo na mimi tunaingilia wapi? Sisi tunatakia hiyo mzee mema. Tunataka wakuwe pamoja na Ruto, tuwafukuze pamoja kwa debe 2027. Harambe! Harambe!
Now, that is what Gachagua said, and that statement of Rigathi Gachagua now, it's like ndio imefanya haya mambo yote yalipuke. Rigathi Gachagua's statement is what is now making all these things to happen, and everybody talking the way they are talking. we might not know, you know, I realized something with Kenyan politics, that what happens in politics is that wakati ambapo hakuna kitu ambacho watu wanasiasa wanapasa kudiscuss, you know, whenever there is nothing constructive, concrete, let me just say whenever there is nothing constructive that politicians will talk about, issues to do with development, you know, their plan, they clinch on one subject, and that one subject now is what is going to make the week, is what is going to make the day, and even the month perhaps. Like literally that now, imagine almost the whole of last week, it was Raila ODINGA story, Raila this, Raila that, you know, Raila is sick, mara Raila amefanya nini, mara watu waache kuzungumza kuhusu Raila. Tumeingia wiki nyingine, bado is the same thing. Everybody is attacking Rigathi Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka about on this issue of Raila ODINGA's sickness. Of course, I said when I was doing this video first, I said that you can't play with someone's health. You can't pray for somebody to die. Even an enemy, you can't pray for even your enemy to die. Truth of the matter is, you can't even pray for your enemy to die. You know, what you can do, the best thing you can do for your enemy is to pray for them so that they can live and see the goodness of God in your life. But praying for your enemy to die, no. Death is painful. By the way, yule mtu ambaye hajaifiwa ndiye anaweza kachukua ugonjwa ama kifo kama kitu cha kawaida tu. But truth of the matter is that death is painful. It's not painful when it's not in your home. There is this say which goes that the wailing of a siren of an ambulance is the siren of an ambulance. It's like a music when it's on the neighbor's home, but whenever it's in your home, that thing is painful. Wakati ambapo mtu amekufa kwa mwingine, inakuwa sherehe sana na watu wanaweza wakaenda wakala. You can go and eat in catering imeweko, you can eat. But wakati ambapo imehit nyumbani, you can't even eat. So that is why it's not nice to talk about somebody's illness in a negative way, you know, pray for somebody to die. But that one doesn't mean that people are talking about Raila ODINGA's death. The governor of Abdul Swamad Nasir, that is one of the ODM leaders, is saying that kuna watu wanajiita bakteria na virusi. Na waomba kwa unyenyekevu, Raila sirika yenu, ondoeni jina lake kwenye midomo yenu. I've told you that now everybody is talking about this issue of Raila ODINGA. That's what I've said. Everybody is talking about Raila this, Raila that, Raila this. Can't we listen, or maybe can we talk about something different apart from this issue of Raila? It is just Raila, oh, mara wale watu. So suppose these guys did not, let's assume that they did not respond. Let's assume that Rigathi Gachagua did not respond concerning this issue. So hao watu wangepata kitu ambacho wanaweza wakazungumza. So they could have not gotten what maybe to talk about. Interesting. Let's talk about this. Raila ODINGA is saying that I'm seeing people spreading so much propaganda online. Let's keep praying for them. Now, this is now what I want us to focus on. The statement that has come from Raila ODINGA's rib herself. That is Mama Ida ODINGA, the wife, the only wife of His Excellency Raila ODINGA. He's saying that if Raila would have been sick, ningempeleka hata hapa Migori atibiwe. Wewe hata uishi naye, ulijuaje ni mgonjwa? Leave my boy alone. Mama's boy ashazungumza. Sasa I want us to look at these statements one by one. We start. If Raila would have been sick, ningempeleka hata hapa Migori atibiwe. First question. Since when did you ever hear that any politicians, leave alone Raila Odinga, any politician is being treated in these local hospitals? Hata ikue hospitali gani, tangu lini umeisikia ya kwamba mwanasiasa yeyote anatibiwa kwenye hizi hospitali zetu za hapa chini? Which hospital is in Migori that Raila Odinga can be treated in? Hakuna.
Nebe no racha nyako wacho no da kele bana hospital ma Migori ka. Da kele hospital ma Migori ka. Baba mosu ongema. Okaw mona yweyo matin. Apenji. Ngat moko da kode. Tonge nade. Ma anta kiani. Apenjo. Ngat moko da kode. Tonge nade molongo rwokono. Ma anta kia. Gima wacho nu adiera. Baba is okay. O kamano. Eru kamano. Nyasaye ogwedhu. Nyasaye okonyu. Nyasaye oritu. Kendo bed koru ndalo duto. Eru kamano.
So that is why you normally see them ugonjwa kipatikana Dubai. Ugonjwa sijui mara nini China. They can't accept to be treated in Kenya. Why? Because they know very well that Kenyan doctors would discover the kind of illness they have and maybe spread those rumors. That is why it is normally very difficult for any politician, especially these leaders, these core politicians, people like Raila Odinga, William Ruto, Uhuru Kenyatta, unaona wanasiasa wakubwa. It is so much difficult for them to be treated in local hospital or in Kenyan hospitals. Because reason number one, wanajua vizuri ya kwamba madaktari watagundua ile ugonjwa ambayo wako nayo na wataanza kuspread rumors. Number two, they are telling you to register for SHA. Wanakuambia mara hii ifanyike, lakini hao wenyewe hawezi wakafanya. Why do you think so? There are a lot of things, there are a lot of things that these guys normally hide. Kuna vitu vingi ambavyo hao watu huficha. Sisi wenyewe wakati mwingine hatuyajui, lakini tunakuja tunayajua baadaye. Kwa sababu tell me now, how would Raila Odinga just lie to us Kenyans? I've not said that it's wrong, I've not said that it's bad, but why would you lie to us that Raila Odinga akiwa mgonjwa utampeleka enda katibiwe Migori? Hospitali gani Migori? No, let us just speak the truth. Which hospital, leave alone Migori, which hospital in Kenya can treat Raila Odinga? Hospitali gani Kenya, hata iwe Jomo Kenyatta ama iwe gani, they can't accept to be treated in Kenyan hospitals. And then she goes ahead and says that wewe hata uishi naye ulijuaje ni mgonjwa. By the way, this issue of Raila Odinga's illness and sickness, kwani imetoka wapi? No, ilianza kuspread aje? Kwani ilikuwa, was it being spread by Rigathi Gachagwa's people? Because I'm failing to understand a lot of things here. Kama hao watu walikuwa wanazungumzia kwamba Raila ni mgonjwa, ilijulikanaje Raila ni mgonjwa? Or is it's because of the photos? Some people can misinterpret things. So and there is nothing that spreads so fast kama uongo. Uongo huenea sana hata kuliko ukweli. That is why even this issue of Raila Odinga's illness spread too much and so fast, more than even any other thing. More than even the issue of by elections and all that. Issue ya Raila Odinga kuwa mgonjwa spread sana. Ida finished by saying that leave my boy alone. Of course, he is your boy and we can't do nothing about it. We can't do nothing. We can't do anything. We can do nothing about it. He is your boy and you really need to take care of him. But fellow Kenyans, I would like us to talk about something here for a very few minutes. Before I give you a chance at the comment section to also tell me what you think. my question is this. I think I have 2-3 questions to talk about or to ask. Number one, why is it that lie normally spreads so fast like the truth? Whether it's in politics ama iwe wapi, kwa nini uongo huwa inaenea sana kuliko ukweli? Because imagine that is just a span of less than 1 week, and tayari Raila ashauawa, Raila ashapewa ugonjwa, akapelekwa hospitali, akauawa, akapelekwa Lee Funeral Home kwenye mochari. You see how these things spread? So what benefit do we get, or what benefit can somebody get by killing someone? Yeah, unamuua online, na tena mna make sure kwamba mtamzika hapo tu online, na huyo mtu bado ni mzima. How can we prevent all these things from happening? Let me just ask that before anything. Is there a better way that we can do this and prevent all these issues, all these things, all these rumors from spreading every now and then? Because I feel like sometimes these rumors are normally too much, and whenever they spread, I said here in the previous video that there is a way that a country can be looked at. Kuna jinsi ambavyo nchi yaweza yakaangaliwa na nchi zingine, and it earns respect. But then there is a way that the same country that earns respect carries itself to a point that even other people who wanted to come and do the investors, they fear. Because kama mshaua mpaka Raila ODINGA kufdead, yuko hospitalini. Aida, unasikia Aida anasema kwamba kijana yake yuko hai. Kijana yuko salama. So how are these things going to be stopped? Because failure to do that is where now we are going to give birth to different kind of things every day, different rumors, different mistakes every now and then, and there is no one, completely no one, who can handle this. Wajua, not everybody is in a position to handle pain. Let's just say the truth. Not everybody is in a position to handle pain. Some people, kuna wale watu ambao wanaona kwamba wanaumia sana. Kuna wale watu ambao huwa wanaumia sana na wanakuwa na machungu sana na vitu kama hivi vikienea. Now you can imagine how Raila Odinga's family is feeling, or maybe they've been feeling, if Ida could say this in Migori, that mnaua mtu na bado yuko hai. Mara mnampa ugonjwa, wengine wanajiita bacteria, wengine wanajiita virus. But whose fault is this? That is the question. Whose fault can this be? Those are the kind of questions that we need to ask ourselves. That whose fault is this? Why can't we just have a government? Why can't we just have people who are proactive, people who are in a position to handle others with care? Instead of putting pressure here and there every now and then, other people crying, other people doing what, a lot of issues every now and then. You see, which I personally feel that it's not right. It is normally not right to put people under pressure, making them wanting to explain themselves. Because, one thing I normally believe is that mtu akishaeka uongo kwa mawazo, no matter how you want to defend yourself, no matter how you want to convince this person that what he or she had is not true, it won't work. Because already huyu mtu ashaeka kwa mawazo yake, ashaeka kwa akili yake ya kwamba ni hivyo ambavyo ameambiwa ni hivyo. So tell me how you are going to convince this person to again change his or her mind from what they've had to what you are telling them. Si unaona hapo kuna kazi kubwa sana. So sasa hivi kuconvince watu, unaona Raila mwenyewe yuko aonekani. So kuconvince watu kwamba mimi sikuwa mgonjwa, ati nilikuwa vacation, itakuwa vigumu sana. After all, guys, that is just my thought, and that is all I have for now. Let me know what to think in the comment section, but don't forget, drop me a comment, tell me what to think and where you are watching this video from. Until we meet again, I have been your host, BOMBSHELL.